Hi guys, it's Belle here and happy 2025. Just want to say, if you're interested, I have a sale on my Etsy at the moment, link below, with 25% off everything as a welcome to 2025. I have several journals in there who need their forever home, so please do go check that out if you are interested. But now, on to the first challenge of the year. Yay! And it is going to be Junk Journal January 2025, hosted by Meg Journals. Yes, I did this for the first time last year and I loved it. So I thought, what a great way to start 2025. Let's have a go at it again. I'm not sure how this one is going to go. Last year I did all sorts of weird things, so go check that out, and use colours and things I wouldn't normally. And I don't know if I'm going to do that, but we'll see as we go through. So if you go to Meg's journal, she does have a journal, but if you go to her shop, which again, no, if you go to a channel, which I will leave down below, rewind, you will be able to download this and print it off. She also just has, I think, on that video, the prompts that you can write down in case you don't have a printer. So you don't need to print these off to do these channels, guys. I know a lot of people are like, I don't have a printer, I don't have access to it. Just find the list of the prompts and do it. It doesn't matter. You don't need the sheet. I am going to need the sheet for mine this year because I think I'm going to use it in my spreads. But here we go. Let me show you what I made. So I was going to make a journal, but I had asked for my Marguerite Miller collage challenge, whether people wanted me to work on tags or index cards, so and so on. And the overwhelming was, not the overwhelming, most people wanted journal, but I was quite excited to work on tags after doing it for Oddtober. So I made a little tag booklet. I suppose in some ways it's similar to what Meg did last year for her journal, but someone had suggested not just tags, why don't you put them together as a booklet? So that's what I kind of did. You can see this is super basic. I haven't even put the strips on the other side because I want to kind of do that as I'm collaging. And I have used some brown paper book bags. You can kind of see. Choose boo. Oops. Books are my bag. So yes, I had these brown paper bags. They're quite big to either put in journals or make a journal with, but I didn't want to throw them away. And I thought, what a great way to make tags. And I just I just used the whole bag, glued the inside of it and cut out tag shapes. Let's get started. The first prompt is cover. I'm just going to do a simple one today, guys. It's the 1st of January when you're seeing this. And I just want to do a simple thing today. So one of the things I do know I want to do in this is I want to use up scraps, possibly digital scraps, and I want to use up some of my Tim Holtz dolls because when I say I have 3 or 4 packs of these, I am not underestimating. I still have some from the very original Paper Dolls pack that Tim Holtz ever brought out. You know, the one with all the mixed sizes that then he stopped doing. Then he brought out a pack with the tiny sizes that were originally in the first ones. This might even be it. These ones, like these are from the original pack. I have not brought the mini people pack. These are from the original pack. So I also have some of his portraits, his snap, what are they called? You know, photo booth for portraits. And I think I just want to use some sort of person on every page. I was debating whether to go vintage or to go bright. We'll change it up as we go. The first thing I want to use is I want to use an image from, where is it? I want to use an image from the Tracy Fox Advent Kit that she just brought out in December. Again, I'll leave a link down below. But I just think this is so beautiful. I know it's got Christmas on it, but we're going to do something with that. I think it's a book bag. She's on a library. And so I want to use that. But as I said, I want to use this. So I printed out 2 in some of my, on my pages. it's a way, because there's no way really to put the prompt list. Well, I could always put a pocket on the back. We'll see when we come to that. Because of that, I kind of want to use it on my pages. Now, obviously, with the first page, it's quite a big thing to use. The others are just little words. But this obviously says Junk Journal January 2025. Whoop, whoop. And I'm always going to have to remember how to open this. And I want to use that on here. We're going to ink around it and then think a little bit more. Ink and think, ink and think. So yes, this is what I want to do. And I'm wondering, because I haven't done anything on this side, let's do that now. Because then, I do have some music paper. Because then we would have already done it. And we would have the, what's the word I'm looking for? Guys, hold on. Realised I did not have a glue book thing. So we're just going to put this down. Then this hinge is done. Because I don't want to be working on this page and then realising that I haven't done my hinge for this page and then it going over it. Look at me thinking about things and not making a boo-boo. I'm sure it won't last. Oh dear me. I hope you all had a wonderful New Year's Eve, however you spent it. We always have quite a kind of, I want to say relaxed one, because we tend to usually stay home. And unfortunately, usually my partner is working New Year's Eve, as he was this year, but he was finished by 10, which is good, because sometimes he has to phone me from work. But normally it's me and the kids, although this year it was just me and one of my sons who hasn't gone back yet to university. And we tend to watch a lot of comedy. I also have this. I thought this might work on here. Let's cut that off. We tend to watch a lot of comedy on New Year's Eve. We just want a good laugh to see the year in. And then, you know, food, good laugh, good company, all that good stuff. And yeah, it was just a lovely evening, me and my son and I, and watched some shows. We always also watch the Big Fat Quiz of the Year. We make sure we tape it and then watch that on New Year's. I don't know why, it's just a tradition. My son really likes it, so it's become tradition now. And then obviously we watched the fireworks and the London fireworks. I don't know, this year was quite good, but you know what I didn't like? For the TV, they did, like they put images in for the people watching at home for the TV, which you don't actually see for the fireworks. And you know what? I didn't really like that. I like it when it's just watching the fireworks. And I really like the year that they did all the drone images, although they're super expensive, so they haven't done that again. But, and yeah, it was just nice. Big Ben, fireworks, London Eye, comedy. And then we tend to run to the back door and say goodbye to the old year, and then we run to the front door and say hello to the new year. So obviously we did that. My cats hated it. They were like, what's going on in the house, mother? And also all the fireworks. I mean, I don't know. People must not be watching their clocks properly. Because obviously we do it by Big Ben. But there were fireworks going off from 1:45 to midnight. And it's like, it's not even midnight yet, guys. It's not even midnight. Why are you? Why are you kind of doing it now? Random. The cats didn't like it, bless them. So, yeah, let me know what you did for New Year's Eve. Okay, so also for this, for last, where's it gone to? For last, maybe junk journal in July or January. I know Meg did some printables. Was it Meg? Get Messy Art, whoever it was, did some printables, which I did print. They were free, but I never used. And I thought, why don't we bring them in? Let's bring in a pop of pink. I know, who am I? What is this new year? But last year when I was doing Junk Journal January, I started working with pink for the first time, really, realistically. So I thought in homage to that, we're going to use pink throughout this. Also, I've just finished December, which hopefully you've seen. If you've not, there is a playlist, and actually when this video goes up, there would have also been earlier today the flip through of my December journal. So there is that, if you want to check that out. But that ended up being really vintage in theme. Now that's my favorite kind of, I love grunge and gothic are my go-tos, but for challenges like this, I like to push myself outside my comfort zone a little bit. And I like to actually use brighter colours or textures or whatever. This is already, it will flatten over time. Okay. I don't know where this digital's from, by the way. It was in my stash. One of my goals this year is to try and use up. I have a ton of digitals printed out, and it's just not... they just don't get used. So I really wanted to use them this year. I think I want her further down there. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is what I often do, where I'm going to stick part of this down because I want it stuck a little bit. And do you think this is cheating? I don't know. Just using the word cover as cover. Also, we're covering the front, you know, we're doing that. It is, you know, it's my junk journal January, and I want a simple one. It's the 1st of January, guys. I want a simple one. We could bring in a little bit of stitching, maybe down here. Then we're covering up all that pink, but I kind of like that, so we're going to do that. It's just what we're going to do. So yeah, let me know how you spent your New Year's. I'd love to know that. Do you have any traditions that you tend to do? Do I want it over a little bit? I think I do. Okay, so we're going to have that there. I've just got a load of scraps here, guys. I've pulled out because we all know I like scraps. I do have a really pop of red one here. I don't want to cover up the January though. No, come back, lady. Could do it up the top, like kind of coming out, which is something I wouldn't normally do. I don't know if I like it, but we will see. Got a little stamp. I thought I had an actual vintage stamp. There we go. I don't know if it's vintage or not, but it is a stamp. Do I like that? I feel like I don't. Maybe we won't use the stamp. Maybe we'll bring this one in. It says 90 on it. That could be quite fun somewhere. Even down here, maybe. Nope, I don't like it. I don't like it. So yes, that's what we do. It was just really nice. It was nice that my partner was able to actually get home earlier. He was actually meant to be a bit earlier, but, well, That's just often how work goes. I kind of like that, but I don't know why. I don't want too many more numbers because we've got 2025. So if I was to put that number there, actually, I still like it. Let's do that. Right. Let's get her glued down because I think that'll help. I don't want to overthink it today. I just want it to be, you know, a fun piece that I don't have to overthink. Lots to do. I mean, I still haven't completed my bullet journal for the year. I used to bullet journal all the time. I loved it, like really loved it. And then the you know what happened in 2020. And, well, I just, there wasn't much point to it. So I stopped bullet journaling so much. And now I tried to get into the habit again when everything got back to normal. But then I think I'd been out of the habit and it just wasn't working for me at the time. Oh, we put that down. And so I ended up not doing it. But this year I thought it's a bullet journal year. It is a bullet journal year again. So I'm still setting that up. But here's the thing. Lots of people are like, oh, you have to get everything done by the 1st of January. It has to be done for the start of the new year. No, it doesn't, guys. It really doesn't. You know, I think that's why a lot of people struggle with things like goals and that, because they assume everything needs to be done by the 1st of January, and then you exhaust yourself trying to do it all, and then you feel like a failure, so you think, why keep it up, why do anything? No, that's really not. I still think of January as my getting prepped year, because let's face it, December's quite busy for most of us. When have we got time to really sit, reflect, make some goals? I don't make resolutions, I make goals. When have we really got time to do that in the craziness of December? I think we're too hard on ourselves a lot of the time. And then, like I said, we set ourselves up for failure, and we don't want that. So I will still be getting a lot of things done and finalising and all that kind of thing throughout January. So we've covered up some of that Christmas, but I don't actually mind the Christmas on there because, let's face it, guys, a lot of people still have the decorations up on the 1st of January, i.e. me. So we've got to get them down soon, though. No, I don't like that. I'm feeling the flower, but I just don't know if it's the red flower that I want, or if it's that one that I want, if that makes sense. Right, do I want... Because this brings in the kind of shape in this, and I kind of prefer that. And then I'd still like to bring in another one, possibly. I really need to go through my flowers. I mean, how am I supposed to find anything in here? It's just chaotic. As you do. No, I don't want one that shape. I could cut this down. I could do that. Let's see. Let's get this one on first. And, oh, we've got this one. Let me see. It's not a flower, but it is. It does have the pop of red, and maybe it's the shape that I'm looking for. No. So, as I said, don't be harsh on yourself. Don't think, well, I haven't got absolutely everything ready now for the 1st of January. I failed. No, just let yourself sink into the new year. Reflect. Take time to recover from the festive season. Because even if you don't celebrate Christmas and things, there's usually so much going on in December that it's still a busy time. So just give yourself time and grace for that, guys. So I'm still working on my bullet journal and things like that. I do feel excited for it this year. We'll see. We'll see if... Oh, I've got this long one that's just suddenly appeared. Well, not suddenly. I mean, it was obviously in there, but... Do I like that? No, I don't. We'll see how it goes. Again, I'm not putting any pressure on myself. Maybe we just don't want another flower. Maybe that's just it, Belle. We don't want one. Deal with it, Belle. Deal with it. Do we want to bring in the other bit of that? That would have been better under something, wouldn't it? Would have been better maybe under there. Well, we didn't do that, so we move. Yeah. Why am I looking through the flowers again? I need to look through this. So hopefully I stick with it. But again, I'm not putting any pressure on myself. It's not a resolution, this one. It just... Maybe I want some sort of stamping on here. Maybe that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for something. It's a bit one-dimensional. And I don't like it being one-dimensional. So I'm going to bring in my crackle stamp with my VersaFine vintage vintage sepia. And I just want to bring that in places. And even through here. Just a little bit. I want a little bit of summit. Okay. I think that helps a little bit. Do we think? I do. I feel like it's got no texture. I think that's what's bothering me. And I'm trying to remind myself that this is the cover. So I don't necessarily need texture off the bat. But I do need something there. So this is obviously the cover. So I was thinking of bringing in the word and the number cover. As I said, I really want to bring in the prompt on the page somehow, which I think is going to give me another challenge because it's not easy to add it. Especially when you've already stuck everything down. Maybe here. Maybe there. I feel like I want this trimmed a little bit more. So, if you have made any resolutions yet, let me know down below. I've made a couple. Things are percolating. I like to kind of make some at the start of the year, maybe longer term ones, but there are also a couple of shorter ones where I can then change it up as well, sort of achievable things. Where are, I tell you what I need. I think I need maybe, oh, did I move that one? Okay, let's bring in the Tim Holtz field notes. Good old faithfuls. But I'm thinking, do I want something brought in for there? I think I do. Small number. Let's use one I don't use a lot. Oh, it says book number. Oh, yes, we need to use that, obviously. We need to use book number. Okay, let's put this flat. But yeah, I like to bring in some smaller ones that I know is achievable. One or two longer goal ones. And then as the year progresses, I tend to reflect and change things up. I think, again, people think that once you've made it, and that's that, and you can't change your mind, and you have to stick with that one. Like, I think people are just too rigid with themselves, if I'm honest. And that's just no fun. Now, I think, I don't know, I'm not liking it, but I can't work out why I don't like it, why it doesn't feel like a bell piece. I honestly think it's lack of texture, because we all know how I love texture. And I think that's the problem, but I don't really know how to bring in some texture. I mean, that would work. We could have that. But then we've got these straight lines, and I'm not sure I like that either. Let's try that. Maybe down on there. I'm going to do that, and then what I'll do is I might leave it because I'm just overthinking. And to be honest, I can always come back, and I'd already decided I will be stitching around every single page. But because I have to work on both sides, I won't be doing both pages until the page behind it is sorted. Oh, that kind of adds something, doesn't it? That butterfly. I'm leaving it. I'm not working on it. I've done for now. And then I add the giant butterfly, which, let's face it, if that actually was there, it would severely scare her. She'd be like, what is that? And why is it so big? Let's have a look. I've got a couple of other options for butterflies. Because I will be using up digitals, I won't always be able to tell you where they're from. But I do know that these butterflies are Tracy Fox ones. Do I like that? We are covering up a lot of the background. Do I like that with 2 butterflies, or do I just want the one? I kind of love the big black one, even though it's too, realistically, it's too big for the overall, like, look at the size of her. Am I overthinking it? We're going to use this, and then we're just going to use this. This has some gilding on it, actually, just a touch. I don't know if you can see that. We're going to use it. I'm just going to do it. I'm not going to think, oh my gosh, that's a nice giant butterfly and she's sitting it down there. I'm not going to think that. I'm just going to do it. It needs something, guys. It needs something. Maybe it needs splatters. It definitely needs stitching. Okay, we're just going to say the prompt 1 cover is done. Even if I'm not completely happy with it, that's what I say as I grab a pen. This is why you guys have named me Columbell. Ooh, maybe some tape. I have some of the vintage tape. How would that look? Literally, this is a scrap that was attached to my pen. That's the way to go by things. Actually, I really like that. Happy accident? Yes. Or crafting pixies at work. Glue that down. Ah, okay, that brings in an extra something that I like. All right, we are going to call it done now, and that is it for today's one. Number 1, cover done. We shall see how it all goes as we carry on during the month. Normally I need a bit of time to swap from one challenge to the other because my brain has been in December, and I was going to bring cogs in and everything, but then I did that during December, so I didn't want to do that. Yes, so sometimes it takes me a while to get used to it. So anyway, that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Please do like, subscribe and comment. I appreciate it. And have a wonderful start to 2025. Don't forget to check out my shop where I have a sale on if you are interested. And I'll be back again soon with another video. Until next time, guys, wherever you are in the world, I hope you're having lots and lots of crafty fun. Bye for now.